Hi everyone, this is Venkat Krishna from Chris Software Solutions. In this video we're going to discuss about how to work with the drop downs. If at all any drop down will be there, how to select the item in the drop down, and for selecting different methods are there: select by value, select by text, select by index and all, and how to get all the items from the drop down. I want to display all the items in the console, how we can do that, and these are all the different things we are going to learn in this video working with the drop downs. Here you are going to learn some of the new things also, how to store the elements into a list. List is a collection element where collection framework it is coming under, where we can able to store number of elements into a list and we can get it back one by one from the list. These all things we are going to learn in this video. Let me enter into the video and let me show you some code which I have written before going to start with the practical part. So whenever you want to work with the drop downs, you need to know about select class. Select class we will use only for the drop downs. To get the elements from the drop down, we can use the select class. Select class we are going to use select and any variable name equal to new select of. You are going to provide the your element here, and then by using get options you are going to get all the options into a list. This list, what type of list it is storing the web elements, and items dot size, it is going to give us the size of the drop down, how many elements are there. And I am using the for loop here to iterate all the items one by one from the list. So this way we can work with the drop down. Let me enter practically here. I'm going to create a new class. Already you know how to create a class and how to download the jars and all. If you are not sure, please watch my earlier videos. I clearly explained how to configure the jar files into the build path in the Eclipse, how to download the Selenium jars, how to download the driver exe files. If you are not sure, please try to go through it, my previous videos, so that you will get it. I am creating a new class. My class is drop down example. Click on finish. Okay, this part is a common code for us, so let me copy from here to here. This code is common for us. Okay, so what I am doing, I am printing the Chris Software Solutions. I am setting here my Chrome driver path. So Chrome driver path I am setting here, webdriver.chrome.driver. I am creating a WebDriver object here. By, as I told you, this driver hold the browser session. You can perform all the operations on it. And driver.get, it is going to load my URL. And this is the implicit wait. It applies to each and every element in our script. Whenever any element is not identified, then max it is going to wait 10 seconds. Or whenever your page is not loaded, then also it is going to wait 10 seconds over there. So this is how it is going to work. Now let me show you the scenario what we are going to do. Let me take a sample application here. Once you open the URL, this is the page we are going to get it. A page is loading. So because these are all the different areas is very much required for us to work with the Selenium, how to work with the radio buttons, how to work with the drop downs, frames, windows. These all are very, very important. If you know all these things, easily you can work with Selenium, because you need to know how to play with the controls. I mean elements. If you know how to work with the elements, easily you can work with the Selenium part. But you need to know about the Java side also. I'm going to do the videos on Java side. Since my office work is more nowadays in lockdown, so because of that I'm not doing more videos and also. Anyway, I'm going to do videos on Java side also. Easily you will understand. Java is not a rocket science. Everybody can easily understand. In simple manner, I will try to explain you about Java, how much part is required for us and all. Well, so this is the page it is going to open. I need to, once we launch the application, this is the page it is going to open. Now we need to click on this register button. Page is loading. So you need to know something about the Java side. As I told you, even in previous videos also I mentioned Java is 100%. You need to know less than 5% Java for us in the part of the Selenium. But if at all you are having 100% knowledge on Java, that is well and good, but that much is not required for us. Okay. So we need to know more about the OOPS concepts and all. That is very much enough. Anyway, I am planning to cover Java part, whatever is required for Selenium, in some other videos. Okay, so once we clicked on register, see here it is going to show you the country drop down here. Now my requirement is I want to select one item in this list. I want to select one item in this list. How we can do that? As I told you, we need to first create a select class for this. My requirement is select the item from drop down. First you need to take the select class. Select class, I am giving drop down equal to new select of. Okay, so please import in these two. You need to import about the OpenQA Selenium, this one. Okay, select is imported successfully. Yeah, I need to add the argument here, and let me go back to sorry, here register is there, right? In the register I want to click on it. See here, register text is there, link text. Already I explained you about the XPaths and all. Now I am going to write XPath here. So text equal to, see, one of one is displaying here, and also it is highlighting the register button, register link, sorry. So now I am going to give here, for the select class you need to give the before the select class you need to click on this link, right? How you can click on it? Driver dot find element by dot xpath, and you are giving the xpath dot click. Okay, it is clicking on the register, and it is used for click on the register link. Fine. Now I want to select the item from the drop down. Here you need to provide your element. Okay, now we are going to the register page. So register page is opening. So in the meanwhile, once click on the register, just I want to give thread dot sleep for 3 seconds. But in real time we won't use this one, and alternatively we are going to use the explicit wait will be there. That one we are going to use in real time automation and all. But time being I am using the thread dot sleep here. Oops, I am relaunching the page. So already I explained you about the implicit wait. It is used for, as I told you, for each and every element in your script, max it is going to wait for 10 seconds. If in the middle of the 10 seconds that particular element is recognized, then it will not wait for rest of the time. It will go ahead with the next statement and all. Okay, if this application is not opened, then we will take some other application, because this is a sample application, so sometimes it will happen like this. We no need to worry about why this page is not opening and all, because that will be taken care by their server team will be there. They will take care. In the meanwhile, let me open any other site. We have the drop down. Okay, it seems it is opened. Fine. So I need to inspect this. What is the name of this select? See, you can also able to see here select tag will be there. Whenever you are having select tag, then only you can use this syntax. If select tag is not there, then you cannot use this syntax. Then that will become a AngularJS drop down. Okay, then alternative syntax we need to use. Whenever we are having this select tag, then only we can use this syntax. Otherwise, different syntax we need to use. Name equal to country. Directly I am using name. Driver dot find element by dot name. Fine. By dot name country. Fine. So okay, here thread dot sleep you need to throws declaration. Fine. Okay, so select tag I have created for our country drop down. Fine. Next, what we need to do, next we need to see here. Next, what we are going to do, select tag country we have given. Next, how we will get it, we are going to store all the items into a list. How we can do that? We're going to take the list of web element. We're going to store all the items, right? Each item is a web element. So drop down options I am or drop down op equal to any variable name you can give here, equal to drp down dot get options method will be there. By using this you will get all the options. Okay, you need to import this list you need to import from Java util. Web element you need to import from Selenium. Okay, so now based on the statement, what is happening, all the options from the drop down it is going to store into this list. Okay, fine. Now list is completed. Now I want to print how many elements are there in the drop down. Elements count from drop down is drp down op dot size method will be there. So we need to use the size. Now what it is going to do, it is going to click on the register and waits for 3 seconds, and then it is going to, we have created the select class, and by using this select class object we are using the get options method to get all the options into this list. And by using this list, so by using this list you are going to create, by using size method you are getting all the items count from it. Let me execute this. What is happening we will see. So you need to know, and Chris Software Solutions is printed and the browser is launched successfully. It is going to load your URL, and also you need to know, play with all the controls, then you will become perfect in Selenium. You need to know how you will practice is, take any website, what all the elements are there, work on that. Each and every element you need to play with it, like text fields, buttons, links, drop downs, combo boxes, check boxes, radio buttons, anything. Play with those all controls will give you the more perfectness in the Selenium part. How much you know how to work with the controls, that much you will become expertise in Selenium. Okay, it clicked on the register button and the register page is opening. As I told you, this is a sample site and some other team will be maintaining this site. So we no need to worry about why it is taking this much time, that much time and all. So see here, okay, browser is open successfully. See how many elements are there? 264 items are there in the drop down. I want to print all those drop down options now. Before that I want to select some options. Okay, I want to select some options from there. How you can select the options? Select the items using below methods. Okay, different options are there to select them. How we can do that? Driver dot, instead of this, what we can do, how we can select the different options in it. Your select class you need to take, select class dot, your select class dot select. You can see these three different methods are there: select by index, select by value, select by visible text. Let me try with select by index. I want to select the fifth item. How you know what is fifth item? Go here and inspect this, and expand this one. What is fifth item? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth item. Okay, it is going to select the Angola. Let me try that, how it is selecting and all. And also, before I am going to execute, let me tell you other options also. This is based on the index. Just I am giving the thread.sleep. After selecting, just to check it out, I am giving just 2 seconds, and then dot select by value I want to use. What is the value here? Go here and check it out. Here you can able to see the value. Based on this value it is going to select. let me take value. Okay, 92 I want to give because it is India. It need to select the India. 92. In the double quotes you need to give the value 92 I am giving. It should select the India. Similarly, next third method I am going to use dot select by visible text. Select by visible text means this text. Okay, whatever the text it is there. So I want to select any item. Say I want to select Germany, for example. How we can give here? In the double quotes you need to give the Germany here. Okay, visible text. So first one, fifth item it is going to select, and value which is having 92 it is going to select, and the value Germany is going to select. Okay, let me try with all these and see here. I'm going to execute the script now. Chris Software Solutions is printed and the Chrome browser is launched successfully. It is loading our application. So application is loading. It is taking some time for us. As I told you, it is a open application. So whenever more load is there on the application, it will take some time for us to get open. But inside of the company in real time, it won't take this much time because they're deploying the application into a local server and we are accessing from there. As I told you, you can refer my manual materials. I told you QA environment, UAT will be there, dev environment, and pre-production will be there. So any environment we may work on it. So it won't take this much time, like because it is an open application. So in real time inside of the company, they deploy it into the some server and only QA team will be using that application. So doesn't fall more load on that application, so it won't take this much time. Okay, so you can come here and observe here how the drop down options are selecting. Angola something it need to select for the fifth one. See, Angola is selected, India is selected, and Germany is selected. Okay, so like this way we can select the items from the drop down. Now I want to display all the options. Display all the options from the drop down. How we can display? I want to write a for loop now here. For int I equal to 0. In for loop is something you need to perform repeatedly, then you need to go for loop. It is a Java part. I less than we need the size. We need the size. Okay. I plus plus. Perfect. Okay, for loop we are taking. In this I want to display all the items here. So how we can display all the items? And also sysout I am taking. In this sysout, item is the double quotes I am giving. Item number is, just I want to print the number also, I plus 1. Item is, just I am taking the I plus 1. Okay, perfect. Next, what we need to do, drp down op dot this list I am trying to iterate actually. Okay, somewhere the double quotes are missing. Okay, let me take another way here. Dot get of I dot I think get text we can use. Get text is the method we are using. You can see here same thing I did. Okay, same thing I did. So items dot get of I dot get text I am using here. Okay, so just I want to print the item value also. I am taking one more variable here. J variable I am taking, int j equal to 0. Just I want to print here item number is J, item number is J, okay, item number is J, but before that I want to give J equal to I plus 1. Now you will understand. See here, first time J value will be 0 will be there. So int I equal to 0, 0 will be there. So J equal to 0 plus 1. J value will be 1. So first item number is 1 and it is going to give the value. So to print item number also, just I have taken the one more variable here. So we are perfect now. So we are almost done and all the methods we have covered. Let me execute this. So Crisp Software Solutions is printed and Chrome driver is launched successfully, and yeah, so it is loading. So in the real time we may work with QA environment or dev environment, or sometimes we need to execute our scripts on UAT also. So there is a specific environment will be there, that is normally it is a QA environment where we are going to develop our scripts and execute the scripts in QA. And dev environment mostly used by the development environment, by the development team for their testing and all. So in the QA we need to execute our scripts. If at all anything working fine or not, we need to verify everything in QA environment and we need to share the end report to the our on-site team. Or if at all there is no on-site team, here our lead or manager we need to update. So that is the process. Usually it will happen in real time. Similarly, see here, now it is going to select. So because I have already selecting the code also is there, 3 times it is selecting. Angola is selected, India is selected, Germany is selected. You can see here all are printing. See, 264 items are printed successfully. So just to print this part I have taken the J variable just to maintain the sequence of it. See, total items are 264 and right from it is starting from, you may get a doubt how we are getting 1 here, because we are starting in the for loop I equal to 0, because that is the reason I have taken another variable J and I am printing the J variable here. Okay, so like this how you can work with the drop downs. This is how we can in the real time we can work with the drop downs part. Different methods we have seen, and also list, how to store the items into a list we have seen, and how to display all the items in also we have seen. So this is about working with the drop down part. So that's all for this video. If this video is really helping to you, please help me by doing like and subscribe our videos, and tell to your friends also who are needing our videos, because I am trying to cover step by step all the videos. So if you will follow all my videos, surely you can learn the Selenium part and all. In the future I'm going to do videos on Java also, so that will really help you. Okay, if you think that these videos are helping you, please help me and do subscribe and like us, share us our videos. Okay, any questions you are having on this video or anything, just put it into a chat box. I will try to help you on that. Okay, thank you so much.